some information came to me. Well, it's old information, re-rising, a prophetic word, and today's Friday, right? So I remember, I think her name's Kristie. She was wearing blue scrubs. I used to live in West Salem, Tabor Terrace, 579 Tabor Terrace apartments in West Salem, Oregon, right? So I lived there. I didn't know I was moving or whatever, or we knew I started to move. I had all these prophecies of saying Monmouth Independence has all the stalkers before I even knew I was moving over here. And then, and then 5, 6 years, 7 years ago, I was fighting, and I was like, it's all Irma's friends, it's all Cesar Peña's friends, it's all these people, Pete's friends, and all their associates, right? These are all prophecies from West Salem before I ever even knew I was gonna move here. Some of these things I made FBI reports on. Irma, my own aunt, Cesar Peña, Pete. This is all old stuff. And so anyone who associated with Cesar, I said he was trying to set me up, and with my Irma, and he was trying to set me up, and all his friends were trying to set me up to the FBI years prior when I lived in West Salem, Tabor Terrace. Scotty and his brother and his associates, Ty, were all stalking me over there too before I knew him. I went to 7-Eleven. I didn't know who he was, and I just felt bad for him. He was a homeless man playing his guitar. I was like, you want a soda, bro? You know what I mean? So I bought him a soda. My last $20, I bought him a soda, and that's just the kind of person I am. But I seen him playing his guitar. He had a dog, I think, with him the first time, and I bought him a soda. And then the next time I went over there, seen the go-kart with Ty in it, I think, and that black guy with a silver chain. I made the black guy hold my Santa Muerte. He was pretty respectful. I was like, hold this. And I asked Ty to get me a soda. And then he went inside to grab me a soda. I gave him money and came out, right? So they were all stalking me prior to that. And then I caught Scotty and I think Pete playing with wearing their little vests, changing the internet. And I was like, you messing with the internet, or you messing with, what's up? He's like, yeah, someone's causing a problem. And he said it like that, and then I was like, this is an unsanctioned internet op, right? And it was Scotty who or his brother, he looked like Scotty with fatter cheeks. He was playing with the internet box behind my house, and then someone was playing with the other one on the other building, but it looked like Pete, right? And I already seen Pete inside those fucking vests. We're good now. Like, I've talked to them. Scotty's cool, whatever. But Pete's cool, whatever. I'm not tripping too much. But then I predict that all the stalkers are from Monmouth Independence area, including Salem. And then I predict a pedophile ring. I predict a daycare scandal. I predict a whole bunch of stuff. This is all on YouTube and Facebook years down the road. I'm talking about like 8 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, damn near years ago, before I even knew anything over here. And so then I made FBI reports on Pete, Irma, and Cesar Peña, Islander Pete, and all them. And I said, Irma and Pete trying to set me up, and then I said Cesar Peña and Irma trying to set me up with their friends and associates to the FBI. So so anyone that would work with them or associate with them would try to set me up. And this is years ago. I'm talking about when I lived in West Salem. This had no correlation with me moving over here or anything. This is just, I was living at my house. We weren't even gonna move yet. We were just living at my house. So anyone who associated with them, who was already put in a bracket of a federal government report. And then I come over here and they try to set me up anyways, not caring. Cesar recently was trying to portray a certain image to protect himself or whatever. But when I talked about God, he said it was the community in front of other people in this establishment. He said it was a community, and he admitted it because he loves God. No matter what, one thing I know is Cesar truly, deeply loves God. And when he was going through his psychosis or whatever, the only thing he had was God. That's what I know. So every time I bring up God and true death, his heart feels that shit. So he admitted it was a community. Let alone, I already prophesied it years prior to coming over here. Then, right before moving over here to the S curve on 310 Independence Monmouth Highway by the Lutheran Church. Right before, my mom had the gold car, and I think her name's Kristie. I don't know. It's Cornelius Jefferson's wife. He drives the black Charger and the white truck. He lived next door to 308 by the Lutheran Church, and he wears glasses all the time. And he hangs with brothers that wear glasses all the time. They look fucking stupid. But anyways, before, she was standing on the top of the veteran clinic and behind Figaro's by the dumpster, looking down at me and my mom. The same day I was helping my mom fix her Cash App. It's what's going on. She didn't know how to use it, so I was trying to help her. I was sitting there and I was like, what is this bitch looking at? Like, thinking in my head, like, she was sitting there in scrubs, like, looking at me. Blondish, brownish hair, right? Just looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch looking at? Thinking in my head, I'm just kind of like anxious, right? Paranoid, like, what the fuck going on? And then I fixed my mom's Cash App. What's going on? Like the new Cardi B song in her sophomore Am I the Drama album. It's What's Going On. That was for my mom. Or they could call me crazy. But anyways, my mom used to sing that all the time. Shout out Cardi B. But anyways, but that was her Cash App, right? And she was looking at me. Look, I don't even know who the fuck she was, but her energy felt familiar. Like something was familiar about it. And then, anyways, like a week later, I moved over to the Lutheran Church, Independence or Monmouth, Oregon, right on the cusp across the street from Papa Murphy's, and she was my neighbor, showing stalker activities. Corey Jefferson, her husband or boyfriend, baby dad, whatever he is, the black Charger dude, he smokes weed, whatever. He smoked weed all the time in his car. And then the white truck, I think he's like a roofer or something. And he had stalked me previously at Starbucks in West Salem and had put fake tattoos on. And tried to act hard, right? In front of Giovanni Rodriguez. And tried to act hard, and I was like, whatever. And I was just looking at his tattoos because I was trying to check out his tattoos, so I wasn't even trying to beef him. No, I was looking at him like trying to see what art he has on his arm. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you looking at or some shit? And I just brushed it off. But he stalked me previously to then. He also stalked me previously with Rebel, Abel Nanes, and April, I call her April Rain. And Camilo was there, Chancho, Santano, and a whole bunch of people were there at a cornfield and a big blue house in the cornfield. He came and he went to go straight to the door in the back of the room to look at the back room because they're probably doing hacking or whatever. And he was trying to exonerate himself from hacking, I believe. And anyways, he went to the back room in a farm cornfield. We were partying. My homie Tony,